Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue, and today we're at Lookaway Golf Club in beautiful Buckingham, Bucks County for a look at a special charity golf outing that has been going on now for 4 years with a lot of support for the members here at Lookaway. It's in support of the Matthew Renk Foundation. Matthew Renk was a youngster who passed away of brain cancer 4 years ago, and as a result of that, his father Dave, who is the superintendent here at Lookaway, and his wife Jackie, established a foundation to raise money to help with the financial and emotional support of other families who were suffering from this terrible disease. The beneficiary, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So we'll be back in just a moment to meet the parents, Jackie and Dave Renk, and also the folks here at Lookaway and what they've done with this fabulous facility to support the Matthew Renk Foundation. It's coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management,
helping you build,
manage, and preserve wealth.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We're at Lookaway Golf Club in beautiful Buckingham, Bucks County. And we're here with Jackie and Dave Renk, and it's a special day because this is the 4th annual Matthew Renk Foundation golf outing here at Lookaway. And Jackie, of course, Matthew was your son, unfortunately passed away a couple years ago of brain cancer. Battled for a couple years, and since his passing, you and Dave, who is the superintendent here at Lookaway, decided to do something in his memory, and that is the Matthew Renk Foundation. Tell us about it.
Yes, when my son was going through treatment, before he passed, I said to Matt, I was going to keep your memory alive. My son was a very old soul, and he always was very helpful to other people, and he always wanted to give back. He was the type of person that would give the shirt off your back. So we wanted to keep his memory alive by starting this foundation, and that's what we did. We started it.
Dave, it's for, as Jackie said, emotional and financial support of families who, like you, went through the tragedy and losing a child. What was your experience like over the past, or over the 2 years while Matthew was struggling at CHOP, and what CHOP did for him?
Well, CHOP was absolutely amazing. The struggles we had was trying the family separation of months and months of somebody being at CHOP and somebody being here. It was very hard to keep that family together. We had 2 other sons that were kind of by the wayside while this was going on. Our main focus was our sick child, and how do we keep our sick child okay and our children who are not sick okay, and try to keep that somewhat in control, and it was very hard to do. And by doing that, by keeping everything together, we were able to help and keep Matt moving forward with his treatment.
And this year alone, I understand today's outing here at Lookaway has raised, what, $90,000?
Yeah, $90,000 or $95,000 for this event, which is in our 4th year. Every year we've stepped up, and the membership here has been incredible. We have super support from the community through everything that was going on, and it's really been a positive support to help these kids that have the same problem that our son had.
You know, something I read on your website is that brain cancer is the second largest killer of young people under the age of 20.
Correct.
And at CHOP, of course, they're dealing with this on a daily basis. One thing, too, I noticed this year's a lot of the money raised will go toward a special project at CHOP that they're trying to do to aid in the healing process. Explain that to me, Jack.
Okay, actually, CHOP has built the Burger Center, which is the state-of-the-art facility in the country to outpatient facility. And at the top of this garden is actually, at the top of the building, I should say, is a respite garden, and it's going to be launched July 2015, and it's going to be in honor of our son Matthew. And so its patients can go there. We found that as you're going through treatment, you need a place to go to. Actually, when Matt was going through treatment, I ran on Franklin Field or walked through the city. You need to get out of the hospital. So basically, green space and being around nature and being around trees and what have you. So as a foundation, we are building this respite garden, and it's going to be a spectacular view of the entire skyline of Philadelphia. It's just going to be spectacular.
You know, Dave, as somebody who works every day outdoors, manicuring a golf course, the irony there is almost beyond disbelief how your foundation is helping stretch beyond a golf course to deal with some very sick kids.
Well, it was planned that way. Our son, Matt, wanted to follow my footsteps and be the superintendent here at Lookaway. He wanted to take over for me when I left here. So part of that was how can we keep that through other kids, and how can we help other people that way? And it was the green space in the hospital was just the perfect thing for us to do.
Now, I notice you and everybody today, as the golfers arrive, they're wearing the Think Gray motto on the shirt. Explain the Think Gray symbolism.
Okay, gray is the color of brain cancer, as pink is the color of breast cancer. So actually, we went through the powers to be and went through the whole trademark process, and we actually are, Think Gray is trademarked with our foundation. So it's been an extraordinary undertaking that we've taken to actually trademark Matthew Renk Foundation with Think Gray. So that's what Think Gray means.
4 years now, and I know you get a lot of support from the membership here at Lookaway. Talk about that and how important it has been.
Their membership's been incredible. From day one, obviously when you're going through this as an employee, they need to back you up with this, and they really, really did as we're going back and forth to CHOP. And then the first year this foundation started, they came out in droves to help us out, and it's grown. Sometimes these things you think they float around a little bit and they'll start to drop a little bit, but this has gone up, and this is our best year ever, and it's a tribute to this membership and how great they are to support us.
Let's close by saying if anybody watching wants some more information about the Renk Foundation, the Matthew Renk Foundation, what's the easiest way for them to get that info?
Actually, go to our website, MatthewRenkFoundation.org, or you can just email me at jrenk@thematthewrenkfoundation.org.
Jackie, Dave, thank you very much. Continued success.
Thank you, Harry.
And best wishes. And on behalf of, I'm sure, literally thousands of patients now and in the future at CHOP, they too want to say thank you for your effort on behalf of your late son, Matthew. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to PGNplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on PGNplus.com. Book your tee time today.
If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, martinis, the mob, business, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists like George Anastasia, Bill Lyon, Sam Carchidi, and many others. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com. Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We're at Lookaway Golf Club and taking a look at the 4th annual Matthew Renk Foundation in support for emotional support and also financial support of families whose maybe children are suffering from brain cancer at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Bill Waldman, long time, one of the founders, I guess, of Lookaway. Bill, back in what, 1999?
1999 is when we opened this golf course.
And then 4 years ago, the foundation, Jackie and Dave Renk, who is your golf course superintendent, started in memory of their son. Tell us about the support. We already heard from Jackie and Dave, from their viewpoint, the support of the membership here. How about you as a board member, first on the foundation and also at Lookaway? What about how the members have contributed year after year?
The members have been so incredibly generous through all 4 years. We developed first, obviously, a committee to form the committee so that we could operate and run this tournament, which is very special to us because Dave Renk and Jackie are our family. They're part of Lookaway. And over the 4 years, each year we've had an increased participation, both in participants and in funds, and it is very well put to use for the benefit of other families that are suffering this horrendous disease.
You know, this year alone, I think they've raised better than $95,000. Each year, the contribution from this event gets higher and higher for the purposes of supporting the families down at CHOP. So, I mean, it's obviously something that people see a need for here, and the response is overwhelming.
Our sponsors, our major sponsors, have contributed significant monies, and we intend to keep running this tournament and helping the foundation reach their mission and goals.
Bill, thank you, and on behalf of a lot of people at CHOP, I'm sure, thank you from them also for what you've done here with the Matthew Renk Foundation.
Thank you, Harry.
That's a golf shot.
That's right.
That's a golf shot.
Good golf shot.
Here I am standing right behind a beautiful 18th green at Lookaway Golf Club. And you know, in order to reach this green in two, you got to start off with a great drive. Speaking of which, Kate Bilo of CBS 3 gets another lesson with the driver from Overbrook's head professional, Eric Kennedy.
I do believe it's time we introduce ourselves to the driver.
So
it's the
pretty.
only club in the bag that we hit up on. The only club. Every other, and that's why we put it on a tee. So, if you were to imagine when you were hitting your normal stance, right?
Mm-hmm.
The golf ball was right here, and you were hitting the ground close to that golf ball, and then obviously, like an airplane, the club starts traveling back up again.
Right.
So that's why the driver is more forward in our stance. It's up by our front foot. And what we're trying to do is get our swing feeling the same way. It still bottoms out relatively in the same spot, but it doesn't actually hit the ground. Catches the ball on the way up, and that's how we can hit an 11-degree driver about 15 degrees in the air.
Okay.
And most people hit their drivers too low, okay?
Okay.
So think about it as like a garden hose. If I took a garden hose and needed to get to the other side of my yard, I wouldn't go straight. I would kind of start angling up.
Okay.
Now there's obviously a perfect angle in there to get the furthest distance. If I go too high, it's going straight up and straight down. So what we're trying to do is get that magic trajectory. Most people need to hit their driver 15, 16, 17 degrees in the air
Okay.
to be able to get
The
maximum distance. So to do that, because you only have you have a 13-degree driver, which is great. So a 13-degree driver, we only need to hit up on it maybe 2 or 3 degrees to get that perfect launch that we're looking for.
Okay.
So what I'd like to see you do is I'm going to take the ball away, and I'm going to have you just set up like you're going to hit that tee, and we're going to put that tee kind of opposite your left heel for right now. Good.
Okay.
So this swing should feel the same, right? And to that point, go ahead and leave the club right back here where your iron was.
Okay.
And all I want you to do is make that same full backswing, and I want you to clip that top of that tee. Beautiful. So drivers, if your technique is good, could be your favorite club in the bag.
Yeah.
You know? And if you come down to the driving range here, 90% of the people are working on their driver because it's the most fun.
Right. It has that cling sound.
It
when you
really
hit
does.
it. But is it like the most fickle club in the bag?
You know, it's. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like the lowest risk or anything like that. I think if your technique is good, it can be the most fun club in your bag.
Okay.
The part of it that's challenging is the head is this big, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you can use the entire face of the club, because this club is it's like a fragile thing as it's floating into the ball.
Okay.
If you hit the center of that club, it flies straight and that goes for almost most people. If you're at the center of your driver, if your grip is decent and you make decent contact on the center of the face, the ball flies pretty well.
Okay.
What most people react to is that they're not hitting it on the center of the face. They're hitting it on the toe, they're hitting it on the heel, and when that happens, that club can rotate 10 degrees open and 10 degrees closed based on their impact.
Wow.
So when that happens, they see, oh, I'm slicing it today, and they try to fix it, and they can't fix it because what they're doing is mishitting it. Watch the club hit the back of that golf ball. All right, so what part of the club face do you think you hit on that one?
Probably
The inside, yep.
or maybe the, yeah,
So
probably
let's
the
take
top.
a look at the video here. And usually what you're gonna see with this, that's a beautiful golf swing. You're gonna see, you see how that club, and it's kind of difficult to see. You see how right there, your club face is perfectly square, but one click after impact, you're gonna see that club turned completely to the left. And that is just simply because of an off-center hit. So let's experiment. Go ahead and set up again. I think you're gonna hit this shot. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take this ball and move it slightly more towards the toe. Don't want you to change your golf swing. Beautiful.
Nice.
We would take a bucket of those, right?
Yes.
We would get on the golf course and we would take that on
Like
every
18
shot.
of those. Call it a day.
Here's a program note. Coming up in a few weeks, we'll be taking a look at how CBS 3's Kate Bilo has benefited from the Get Golf Ready program under the tutelage of Overbrook head pro Eric Kennedy. And coming up here on Inside Golf, more from Lookaway Golf Club.
The original deed for this property was from William Penn to Tom Watson. Think about that, Tom Watson.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
In our continued partnership with Rothman Institute, the Philadelphia PGA brings you another weekly golf-related injury prevention tip. Weekly segments will address common golf-related injuries, the mechanics behind these injuries, as well as recommended treatment and prevention methods that golfers can take to help manage and hopefully prevent these injuries from happening. Here to help us understand how these joints operate is Dr. Paul Marchetto. Dr. Marchetto is a sports medicine surgeon at Rothman Institute. He is also a team physician for the Philadelphia Eagles. He will be working with PGA professional Scott Riley to discuss today's topic, the back.
All right, thanks, Leela. We're back here with the doc, and we're going to be talking about the back. Man, one of the biggest muscles, right, is the back, and it's all connected. Why don't you talk through some of the things that you typically see if people come in and they've been having a back that is bothering them during their golf swing?
Good. All right, Scott. So very common, as you described. The problem with the low back is many things can be going on. We break it down to, is it just a muscle strain? Is it a herniated or an injured disc? Or is it arthritis of the spine? So what we find, and we try and define that, is getting out of the car, going right to the tee, no stretching, no warm-up. Your core is not ready for that violent torque on the driver. So trying to get the muscles soft before you go out and make the big swing, prevent those muscles from getting injury. That is a very common thing. So you warm up beforehand, the stretching. You've seen all the articles on the golf cart, on the twisting, just to loosen things up so that acceleration doesn't hurt a muscle. Just like you pull any muscle, you can pull a back muscle. Second is, are you having pain that goes down your leg? You know, it's into the back, the buttock, the thigh, and into your calf. Then you're thinking more of a nerve injury, a disc injury where it's pressing on the nerve and referring pain down. Some people feel it in the foot, and they'll come in, geez, I have this numbness in the bottom of my foot. We know that that's coming from the low back, a disc or a nerve. And the third thing, of course, the worst is arthritis of the low back. This is a wear and tear. Your core has been weak for years. You're a little overweight. The discs in between the two vertebral bodies that all stack up start to wear. And when you torque, it's bone grinding on bone, as we talked about the other day with arthritis of the back. It's the two bones grinding, severe pain, spasm sets up, and you can't move because the whole core muscle is tight. So what do we do to prevent it? Right? Let's talk about that. So the flexibility exercise is so important. It is the strengthening of the core. We're learning now in sports medicine with even our knee injuries, the core strength is so critical to the axial spine that you need that flexibility. You need to work on your abdominals, your low back muscles, your glutes to help stabilize the spine, which is really small bones. It's the big muscles that protect it. That's where the energy has to come from. When you expect too much and the core is weak, you break down and you start having this pain that runs down into your foot. You must see it with the amateurs that come in, complain, I got a little pain in my back, I can't sit anymore.
And it's the same people I see just go right down to the tee, or I go to the range and they don't stretch at all, and they don't get any little bit of warm up going. And plenty of water too on these hot days.
Oh, very critical. Hydration. You can't believe how much water you lose just walking 18. And those are the guys that sit in the 18th hole, I should say 19th, at the end of the 18th, and they're really not drinking enough water to replenish the fluids and the electrolytes, and they get cramps, which makes everything worse.
And even before the round too, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you heard it straight from the doc. If you're healthy, you're going to hit it far, and you're going to be more flexible. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Scott.
Well, we've been here at Lookaway all day, and as you can see, it is a beautiful golf course. And two of the men that are responsible for the program here in a big way, Harry Ferguson, the club president, Chuck Reiniger, who is the head golf professional here at Lookaway. Harry, let's talk. You've been here for a long time. You were the club
forever.
The club opened back in 1999, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
and you were in on the planning, and here you are now. Your second term as president.
I was involved from this. Originated in church, by the way. Bruce and I met at church. He was a Marion guy. I was a Huntington Valley guy. He said, I've had this dream of having a club in Bucks County. If I could get a bunch of guys together, would you be willing? I said to my wife, when she said, why did you agree? We never see you anyhow. I said, it'll never happen. 5 years later, we opened.
Well, and here it is now. How many more years after that? Almost 16 or 17, and it's going strong. I think, Chuck, you've been here since day one as well. Tell us about how Lookaway has grown in terms of the golf program.
Well, it has. I mean, obviously we started with a plain piece of paper at the beginning, and a lot of people here wanted to come in and see a golf club versus a country club. So it's been really fun to watch it grow and mature as a facility. We couldn't be any more excited.
I know Reese Jones was the architect, and people who are familiar with Reese Jones would come here and probably see certain holes and say, oh, I remember a hole like this someplace else. What is it about Lookaway that is a distinctive nature aside from some of the other Reese Jones designs?
Well, I think what makes us special is that each hole is its own hole. Each own hole has this like a corridor to each, and there's no homes around it, so it's a very peaceful, quiet walk as you go around this entire facility, and it couldn't be on a prettier piece of property.
You know, you just said something that triggered something in my mind. I was out there today, and I don't know, 130 golfers, and it took me about 4 holes before I realized there was anybody else out on the golf course.
Yep. We're proud of that aspect of it. We have 18 rooms.
And the other thing, tell me a little bit about this clubhouse behind us, because I know somewhere I read it is the oldest clubhouse building in the country. Now, originally, of course, when it was open, back in when, 1750 something?
1752.
Golf wasn't on the menu, but now it is, so therefore you can trace it back to its origins that long ago.
One funny anecdote. The original deed for this property was from William Penn to Tom Watson. Think about that, Tom Watson. So I think this place was destined to be a golf club.
Was Phil Mickelson involved in that?
But it's a very old building. It's had additions put on. We, of course, added on. We took it back to the Bucks County charm. We didn't want a gigantic clubhouse, big ballrooms. We didn't want that. So the scale of it is nice, and I think that's what people really react to.
And membership alive and well, right?
Very healthy. There's 225 or 229 equity partners. We are filled at the present time, so it's very nice.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being here today.
Thank you for coming.
I've had the advantage and opportunity to play Lookaway several times. I know Chuck probably thinks, what's this guy doing here again? But it's always a pleasure, Chuck, to come back. Appreciate your hospitality, and good luck in the future, and thanks for what you're doing for the Matthew Renk Foundation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harry.
And Inside Golf continues with more. We'll be back at the Matthew Renk Foundation charity event here at Lookaway in a moment. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with pgnplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to pgnplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on pgnplus.com. Book your tee time today.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Helping you build,
Manage, and preserve wealth.
That's going to do it for another edition of Inside Golf. Today, we have been at Lookaway Golf Club in Buckingham, Bucks County, for a look at the Matthew Renk Foundation. Now, this particular charitable event over the last 4 years, on average, has helped at least 10 families a year whose children are suffering from brain cancer at CHOP. And also, the foundation at the end of each year presents a scholarship in Matthew Renk's memory to a member of the golf team at Central Bucks East High School in Doylestown. And if you would like more information on how you can become involved in the foundation, perhaps as a corporate sponsor, go to the website, thematthewrenkfoundation.org. I'm Harry Donahue. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Inside Golf. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you, don't pick up. We'll see you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.